Hi, Lighthouse Keepers. How are you? It's good to see you. I'm glad you could join me today, everybody. So let's see if we could get Skoo to come speak with us, all right? So let's count to three, and after the number three, we'll say Skoo. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Skoo!
Hi, housekeepers. Hi, Francine.
Hi, Skoo. So great to see you today. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm doing a little better, Francine.
Good. Why is that, Skoo?
Well, Francine, I had bubbles and a kazoo to play, and I had a lighthouse lollipop. Thank you.
Oh, I'm so glad that you enjoyed it, Skoo. Hey, Skoo, I have a surprise for you.
What's the surprise, Francine? I love surprises.
Well, I brought somebody to our visit today.
A guest?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love guests. Who is it, Francine? Who?
Well, he's the first selectman of Newtown, Connecticut.
Wow, the first selectman. What's a first selectman?
Why don't we ask him?
Oh, great idea, Francine. Where is he?
Well, he's waiting to speak with us right now. Let's bring him in on the call.
Mr. Dan, are you there? Turn on your video.
I'm here.
Hey. Hello, Mr. Dan.
Hi, Miss Francine. Hi, Skoo. How are you?
Hey. Well, we're good. What are you doing? What's up?
I'm great. It's a beautiful day out.
Well,
you know, a little
yeah,
windy,
it
no
is.
rain. It's nice. I'll take it.
Mr. Dan, we're so excited that you could be with us today, and I was wondering if you could explain to Skoo what your job means as first selectman.
Sure. I get that a lot. People say, "What's a first selectman?" I'm still figuring it out. I've been here 2.5 years, so it's a work in progress. But I've had plenty thrown at me. But a first selectman is basically a mayor. So a lot of other communities, you know, you'll hear the term mayor, but a first selectman is the chief elected official of Newtown. So my job is to basically, you know, in a matter of words, run the town. So I'm our charter, state statute says I'm responsible for the health, welfare, and safety of everybody in Newtown. I got to make sure that the roads get plowed and the roads get paved, and I get a lot of grief over the paving part. You know, but you know, you name it, it seems to sort of fall on my lap. But I think one thing's for sure, I have a great team, and I'm not too proud to ask for help. So I think that's, you know, really how Newtown moves, is really by everybody working together.
Oh, well, you know what? You sound, Mr. Dan, like a lighthouse keeper. Doesn't he, Skoo?
Yeah, because I'm important because I take care of a lighthouse and you take care of Newtown.
Exactly,
right.
Everybody has a role and a purpose.
Yeah.
Everybody's helping. Thank you for sharing that about your job, Mr. Dan.
You're important.
We're all important.
I like that.
Mr. Dan, I have a question for you. How is the town of Newtown dealing with social distancing? I mean, what kinds of things do people have to do right now to stay safe and healthy?
Sure. Well, I think that, you know, if we back up for a minute and we think about sort of where we were before we started social distancing, you know, everything kind of closed down really quickly. And I think that certainly frightened a lot of people and put people out of work and obviously caused a lot of stress for people. I think we're now we've kind of learned a lot more about trying to control the spread of, you know, the virus. And we've, you know, I think are really accommodating that is using these, you know, masks. You know, you'll see people wearing gloves. So I think that, you know, we've now, I think, gotten to a place where it's much more commonplace to see people, you know, wearing gloves. I think we need to make sure that we're keeping distance from folks that we don't live with, right? with our moms and dads,
Right.
brothers and sisters, we don't need to wear a mask. But when we're out in public and we're maybe a little closer, inside of 6 feet, we need to make sure that we're wearing masks because, again, that keeps everybody healthy doing that. So we're not wearing the mask for us, we're wearing the mask for everybody else. And, I think that as a community, I think as you look around, we're doing a pretty good job of that. It's tough because we can't be with our friends as much as we would like to, or really at all. And when we do see people that we love and, we can't go up and give them a hug, except unless it's our mother, our father, brother, or sister.
Right. Or dog or cat, right, Mr. Dan?
Exactly. Yeah, it's still okay to hug your pets.
Mm-hmm.
But we just need to, keep a physical distance from people. We can still call people on the phone, and if we see people outside and we're a distance away, we can say hello and interact like we always did. We just kind of have to maybe keep a little of the physical separation going for hopefully not too much longer, but for a little while longer.
We can do that, right, Skoo? Because I have my mask right here, right, and I have my gloves.
Yeah.
Would you have a mask, Skoo?
It's hard though. I
It
miss
definitely
my
is hard.
friends. Yeah, I
You know,
have a
it is.
mask. You want to see it?
Yeah.
Okay, let me go get it.
Oh
What do
my
you think?
goodness! I love it, Skoo. You know
Wow,
what?
that's
It's
nice.
blue.
Yeah,
Wow.
my mom made it.
Very,
Oh, I
very
like
fancy.
it. It's really fancy. I like it.
Thanks.
So when you go outside, Skoo, don't forget to wear your mask, okay?
Okay, but can I be with my friends if I wear my mask?
Well,
No.
it sounds
Not a
like
good
Mr.
idea.
Dan's saying not yet, right,
Not
Mr. Dan?
yet.
Yeah. I think that we've got to hang in there a little bit longer, and it's been hard for everybody. But I think everything that everybody did is really working to keep people safer. And it's been really hard, and I want it to last only as long as necessary. So
Okay.
if we all keep doing the right thing, I think we'll be in a position to start seeing each other again. What I don't want to do is have everybody sort of say, hey, let's rip the mask off and start hanging out together, and then have to go back through everything that we've just gone through, or have it last longer than it needs to. So if we just hang in there and as much as we want to go and get together with friends, because as people, that's what we like to do, right? I mean, we're wired to try to see one another and hug
We
one
want to be together.
Exactly.
That's what we want to do. Is even like with Skoo and I, we miss hanging out at the lighthouse, right, Skoo?
Yeah. But you know what, Mr. Dan?
What's that, Skoo?
I'm going to listen to you.
Well, that's
I'm
wonderful.
going to hang in for a little longer.
Well, you seem like a good listener.
Yeah.
Skoo is a great listener. Mr. Dan, there's something that we could do for the town right now, and I wanted to share that with Skoo.
Oh,
Great.
what is it?
Mr. Dan, could you share with our friends a little bit about the Faith Food Pantry in Newtown?
Sure. So Faith Food Pantry is a free food pantry. It's all staffed by volunteers. And, they have food and a lot of other household items that, people that are in need can come get. And through this last few months, because a lot of people haven't been able to work and they're struggling perhaps a bit to put food on the table, Faith has been played a huge part in helping people in need that haven't been able to perhaps buy the food they ordinarily would. So great organization, all staffed by volunteers. And the best thing we could do for them is to try to make sure that they still have food on their shelves to help more people.
Well, thank you for sharing that, Mr. Dan, because there are a lot of people who really could use our help right now. And as lighthouse keepers, like I said, we're all about sharing our light to help those in need.
Absolutely.
Can we help Francine?
Yeah. You know what we can do, Skoo? Here's something that we could do. On this Sunday, May 24th, at the Reed Intermediate School in Newtown, Connecticut, Ben's Lighthouse will have a drive-through food drive. So you don't have to get out of your car, and it's going to happen between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. Volunteers are going to take the food out of the cars. So you just stay in your car and you have your trunk open, and the volunteers come get the food from your trunk and they put it on another truck. and then you don't even have to get out of your car. And then we can help, like what Mr. Dan said. We can help those people.
Well, that's a wonderful thing.
I want to come. Can I come?
Oh yeah, I don't see why not, Skoo. Maybe you could even say hi to the lighthouse keepers who come.
I would love it. Oh,
I think I'm
is
going to come
it-
too.
Yeah, Mr. Dan's gonna come too.
Mr. Dan,
Yeah,
is it
absolutely.
still social distancing?
It sounds like the way that they're going to run it is the way that they should run it. So I think everyone's going to be wearing masks and have gloves, and people don't have to get out of their car. So
No.
we'll still be socially distancing, but at the same time, we'll be helping people tremendously.
Wow.
I'm
Well, that's
excited.
that's going to be really fun to help others, because that makes me feel good in my heart, you know. Well, Mr. Dan, it was so great to have you today, and thank
you.
you so much for coming and sharing your light with us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was my
You're
pleasure.
a great guy.
And thank you for always looking out for others, Ben's Lighthouse, and trying to help people. And I appreciate what you're doing this weekend, and I look forward to seeing you there.
Oh, it's going to be great. And don't forget, everybody, if you have any questions, you can go to our website, benslighthouse.org. You can see us on Facebook or Instagram, and we'll have all the information for you. And it's on May 24th. That's this Sunday from 9 to 1 at Reed Intermediate School, 3 Trades Lane in Newtown.
Hope
All right.
to see you there.
Yeah, we hope to see you there. Bye,
We'll
everybody.
see you. Bye, Miss Francine. Bye,
Bye,
Skoo.
Mr. Dan.
Bye.
Take care.